Right. Episode 2 came to play. We got 2 couples that we got to see. And we're going to kick this one off seeing Amber and Jordan meet for the first time.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
A little worried about the title. Redo.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Interesting title.
I wonder what we're redoing.
I hope it's not Jordan and Amber.
Apparently it's not that cookie batch from last episode. Let's find out. Love is Blind. Season 10, episode 3. Redo. Let's watch.
Yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
Welcome to Remote Reality. I'm Lauren, your friend and attorney host who loves to overanalyze everything, including the reality TV shows that we all love to watch.
I'm Dee, her paralegal and smartass sidekick and co-host.
And we're watching Love is Blind. Well, kind of. So if you've been following us from the beginning, you know that Dee and I are not watching. We are only seeing the parts after the couples get engaged. We're seeing the reveals.
Mm-hmm. We're doing it just like the people in the pod.
We're not going to start watching until we get to Mexico, which means we're not even going to know what the singles look like that don't make it.
It's true. I just now realized that.
Yeah, not until we have the meetup if they show up. I mean, we might not know until we go back after all the episodes there. And I think we'll do a special with commentary about what we missed.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know who's talking in the pod sometimes. Anyway, it's definitely interesting. We got to see Christine and Vic and Jordan and Amber at the end of last episode, although they haven't met each other. So at the beginning of this episode, you're going to get our reactions to their first meetup, and then we're going back into the pods blind. We have been doing Remote Reality since April of last year. Coming up on a year, y'all. If you want to watch our shows with us, please like and subscribe. I'm pointing up here. Gonna place a little link on the YouTubes. If you're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, make sure to follow and leave us a 5-star review. Written reviews apparently work better. And let other people who love the same shows as we do, let them know to come over and hang out. We love reading your comments. This is the best part of our week when we're playing podcaster and not in our reality of law.
Real job. This is our fun job.
This is our remote reality. Not just remote control. And with that, let's jump right into this episode. I can't wait to see Amber and Jordan meet each other.
I'm so excited. Let's go. Let's do it.
Now that I know he's a country boy, I keep wanting to call him Johnny. Wrong.
It's Jordan.
It's Jordan. But Jordan was last season, too. The one that had the diabetic kid.
Yes. Him and Megan.
I liked them. Still a little hurt. I'll get it for it. They are both so nervous about this first impression.
I just love them, though. They have the best sense of humor. Both of them are saying the funniest shit.
I love that they're weirdos like us. They really are. Jordan, he's like, oh my God, I hope I don't rip my pants.
Yeah. And she's had roast beef for lunch and didn't get a chance to brush her teeth. So she hopes he likes that.
She's like, it's okay. He likes food. I don't know if eating roast beef out of somebody's mouth. I mean, he might want to eat your roast beef, but not the Arby's off your breath. I don't know. Maybe he does. No judgment. They cannot keep their hands off of each other.
No, I love them. I love them.
I do too. This isn't like Christine and Johnny. Vic, Christine. Why am I calling everybody Johnny? Christine and Vic, they couldn't get out of each other's embrace. But Jordan and Amber, they're like looking in the mirror together and he is stunned. She has her hands on his butt while they're kissing.
They can't keep their hands off of each other. I loved looking at them together.
At first, I couldn't tell. I was like, what's her face doing?
But his is lit up. And he does have an amazing smile.
He is shorter, like we thought. They do see about eye to eye.
Yeah, I thought he was, not 6 foot. But I think she's taller than I thought originally when we saw her at the end of last episode. I thought she was kind of petite and short, but her legs, I mean, they're amazing. So I think she's a little taller than I thought.
And she was saying she didn't know if she'd ever get married. And here's her guy. You know what? We've got 2 couples, and I really like both of them so far. I just see opportunities for heartbreak this season. That's what I'm seeing.
Mm. I hope they make it.
We need some couples to work out. I hope both of them,
Mhm.
Vic and Christine, and Amber and Johnny. I think we're about to get into some of the shit shows that might not. I do have to say that the music, they are paying for the soundtrack. I Love
Yeah,
You
they're
Always Forever, Mr. Brightside.
yeah, they're doing some good songs.
So I think this is Brittany. She's talking about how she got a ring off Shein because she doesn't usually wear rings. So she got one to practice, and she got a wedding dress on sale. So she's not leaving the pods without getting married.
She's in love with getting married.
She is warming up for this. She is working out for this. You know what, Brittany, it's okay. I've been married 7 years and I forget my ring all the time because I wasn't used to it either. It's like sitting right over there in the bathroom. Anyway, so she's on a date with Devonte. The thing she notices about him is his voice is nerdy.
I didn't think so.
I didn't think so either. He was softer spoken.
Mm-hmm. But he still had like a deep voice. Like it wasn't like nasally or high,
Mm-mm.
kind of like high pitched, which is what I think of with, nerdy because Revenge
Basically
of the
my
Nerds.
voice.
Well, no, I watched. I'm a Revenge of the Nerds era kind of person. So
Oh,
they
you're
always.
also obsessed with Big Bang?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
They seem to have a lot in common. They're both from big families. They're both kind of goofy. She says that like she really gets into it when the wobble comes on or the electric slide. And then he's like, well, what if I was doing the worm at a wedding? So I'm sitting here thinking, at somebody else's wedding, like they go as
Mhm.
guest. Then he says down the aisle. It's
No
like,
way.
No, he's talking about their wedding. And she's
That
like, do it.
That would turn into a runaway bride situation for me.
She was supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have cared. But then again, I got married in my in-laws' living room at a pajama birthday brunch. That was a surprise. Hey, we're in a dress and tie. Anyway, what he likes about her is that she's excited to see what kind of father he can be, which is kind of strange. It's like he likes that she's maybe wanting kids, is what he's saying,
That makes sense. Yeah.
instead of she likes the potential in me, which would be a red flag.
Mm.
Like the potential in him.
I
Don't
always
fall for the potential.
we went over and over potential last season.
I mean, I guess with parents, unless you have an Amber situation, you are falling for the potential. Speaking of Amber, I didn't realize she was a nurse practitioner until we saw the reveal.
Oh no,
No
I
idea what
didn't
Johnny
either.
does.
Mm-mm.
We know he likes to cook.
Jordan.
Brittany. Oh shit. Yes. Why? I
Ever
had their
since you
names right
see-
before I looked at him, and now I want to call him Johnny all day.
Every time you see him, you want to call him Johnny. You were fine before the reveal.
I was fine when I didn't see him.
So anybody listening, Johnny, aka Jordan.
Wonder if Amber's having the same issue. Brittany is a labor and delivery nurse, and she thinks it's beautiful. She doesn't mind looking at vaginas all day. I didn't want to see anything. I didn't even want to be in the room.
Want to see anything. Of course, I was a C-section, so.
Well, I ended up being a C-section as well.
Mhm.
But the doctor, she said, at some point they'll ask you if you want a mirror because they didn't expect me to be a C-section. I'm type 1 diabetic. They were like, don't do that. She doesn't heal right. Well, didn't really have a choice. But if we did, I'd do it again. She also said, though, that some people do mirrors for C-sections.
I don't think I could do it. I refused it.
I
I
mean,
refused it.
I squeeze blood out of my fingers as a type 1 diabetic, but
I just don't think I could handle watching myself be cut open like that. No.
Mm-mm. Well, I don't even if it was a vaginal birth, I don't want to know what's going on down there. You guys just tell me when the baby's there. I'm a big one. This is why I'm not a doctor or nurse, and so many props to these doctors and nurses. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, my husband watched the whole thing with both kids, and they were both C-sections.
Rob walked around the table and goes, I looked down and didn't even get scared. I said, don't tell me. Don't tell me. As I heard the doctors arguing about trying to put something back in that apparently came out a lot easier than it was going back in. Anyway, labor and delivery nurses are awesome, though. They've got awesome personalities. So many of my friends did labor and delivery.
Yeah, I have a girlfriend. She's from New York, and was it New York or Long? Anyway, she's from up in there, and she's one, and yeah, she's got the best personality. She's badass. She's badass.
So we don't know that much about Devonte and Brittany at this point, but we're about to get real deep. I mean, so far I like them.
Mm-hmm.
And Devonte is saying, once we get married, that's it. What if you think about how people just give up on stuff that our parents and grandparents would give up on? So for me, it's marriage until death. Oh, yeah. And speaking of death, producers just told me my grandpa died.
Well, I mean, he did.
Rip.
Yeah, he did say
Rest
when
in
he
peace,
came
Grandpa.
in. He did say when he came in, he was coming in a little emotional, but I didn't know why until he got
Well, I
to
think
that
this
part.
is the first time we're meeting them. I don't think we've met Devonte and Brittany yet.
I don't think we have either.
His family, though, they said that Grandpa wants him to stay. Grandpa's like, go get some. Go get married.
Yeah, coming to my funeral won't make no difference.
No.
Find your wife.
My grandma said just throw her in a pine box in the ditch. So he meets more new people. Ashley, and I don't think they say his name, but because I've listened to all of these, I have not seen anybody yet. I believe this is,
Okay.
which as much as he talks about himself, you would think maybe we would have heard his name. Well, to be fair, Ashley pretty much only just said lean on me at the end. She really didn't get a word in. Do you know what a Bronx Tale is? This movie?
It's like I vaguely remember the title, but I don't think I watched the movie.
I have no idea what it is, but apparently you get your puppy love, your second love breaks you, and then the third one fixes it. This is already problematic in that the one that you end up with is supposed to fix you because you're broken.
Well, and I don't think that's the way the expression goes, because I've seen this expression or heard it, and it's something like, yeah, puppy love, and then something like the second is the one that you learn from, and then the third one is your true love, the one that you actually find the true love with, or something like that. I don't know, but it's not the way that he said it was.
Another red flag? Well, first of all, he says that this reminds him of Ashley, which is who he's about to go meet in the pods. But what he likes about her is that she is getting him to open up. She likes her effect on him. It's nothing about her. It's how
She makes him feel.
he feels around her.
Mhm.
I got some red flags here. He also says that it's hard for guys to open up. Stereotype.
I don't think it's any different than women, honestly. I mean, I've met guys that open up just fine. I've met some with walls up, and women are the exact same way. I don't think
Absolutely.
it's definitive with men.
No. I've talked about my guy roommates before. I've seen them have heartbreak. This entire date, we hear Alex's story. He's like a soccer coach now, but apparently he used to play soccer in college and then he got drafted. He tells us the story of the worst day of his life. The day he got drafted, 23rd overall, and still got a sign-in bonus.
And then his friends left him on the couch watching and went and played soccer.
It makes me wonder what the worst day of his life part was. Was it that he realized he didn't have true friends? Or was it that he thinks he should have been 5th or 10th, top 10 draft, and he wasn't?
Maybe it's because he realized he wasn't the center of the world.
I think it has more to do with him getting 23rd. He said that the 4th knee surgery took him out. So like I would, if you really love this sport, wouldn't that be the worst than the day that you like signed up to play pro?
Well, I mean, he
know.
couldn't have got in that he probably was top 5, definitely top 10 pick at the draft if he said, the 4th surgery took him out. He'd have just had to just skip over to that. He couldn't have said all of the amazing things about himself and how great he was.
And then Ashley's just like, I'll be your crutch. Lean on me. Hopefully we'll learn more about her later. We're going back to the Kevin triangle, though. Tyler just walked out on him, and Tyler goes back to the girls' quarters, and it sounds like she walks up to Kia. I'm just guessing because we're not watching, but she says, I think I know your man. He's a good man. And then I'm guessing what we hear is Kia saying, let's not play the victim game. We're both grown-ass women and signed up for this experiment. That's not real empathetic. That's
so empathetic. And it also makes me go back to me saying last episode that I thought the things that she was saying may have been competitive from a competitive perspective. I'm not so sure that she actually wants him. She just wants to win him.
And now that She's being
Mhm.
handed him. It's not as fun. Now, the producer convinces Tyler to stay. He's like, you always walk out. And this does seem to be like a defense mechanism. So she doesn't get rejected first. And at first she's saying, well, if I go back, I'm going to be silent. And then she's questioning, I don't even know if he wants to meet me. Kevin is talking to the guys in the guys' lounge. And they're like, dude, if she left, it means she really likes you.
Mhm.
And then we heard Tyler say redo. So
Now we know where the title
that's
came
where the
from.
reset button came from.
I think he was really genuinely upset that she walked out.
So when Tyler comes back, Tyler and Kevin both thank each other for coming back. They're both very nice. The temperature has gone down in the room.
Mhm.
He said he needs to feel comfortable, natural, and safe before he makes his decision. Is he going to be able to get there, though, in this short amount of time? I think that's a fair question.
Well, true, but also, I mean, we've seen her walk out when she gets upset, and he's probably not feeling very safe in being himself and natural with her if he's worried that she's a ticking time bomb and going to walk out on him every time he says something.
But he's not expressing himself very well. He even says this during
Mhm.
this episode, that he's not communicating well. So she really likes him. She's putting her whole heart on the line, and she's getting weird vibes. And I had a great first date.
Mhm.
It just doesn't seem very validating.
Yeah, she said something though that I thought was interesting. She was kind of hinting at eliminating other people so that they could focus on just themselves. She didn't want to get down to the last minute
Locked in.
locked in on proposal day. She wanted to get to know him before that. Like
She needs to be
like
a
dating.
girlfriend before she's a fiance.
Yeah, and that made total sense.
Makes
At the
sense.
same time, keeping your options open if you're confused between two women also makes sense. But I think it's just because of the time frame.
Well, it's this experiment. And we know on Love is Blind that sometimes these go down to the last minute.
Right.
He said he's going to make it clear, but I don't know.
Mm.
He doesn't make anything clear to me. I think
Well,
he
and that's
just
all
has
he said.
trouble. There's something like socially.
Yeah, he didn't elaborate on that. See, I was expecting him once he said, I'm going to make that clear, to elaborate
To
on
make
how
clear
he was
how he was going to make it clear and what his plan was. No,
And he didn't.
it's Kevin.
Kevin.
Okay, Kevin. That's exactly what Tyler says. Okay, Kevin. So we go back to the girls, and I hear Tyler, and then I didn't mean to bombard you like that. The emotions were high. So I don't know if that's Tyler apologizing to Kia or Kia apologizing to Tyler. And then there was some mumbling that neither of us understood what was happening because we're not watching it. So that will have to get caught on the flip side. And then somebody says, when will I find someone that has everything? Like, everyone is missing something. She's not finding that perfect person. And whoever this mystery person is, we're about to figure out, apparently is also dating Connor, which is Emma's, I guess, number one, where we left off. She said that's who she sees herself with. And Chris, which I don't know that we've met Chris. But whoever this is says that Connor's her number one as well.
I just have to address the statement of looking for the perfect person because it just doesn't exist. And I think when you have expectations like that, you're always going to be disappointed.
See, you're the perfect person.
I'm sure the person saying that is the perfect person.
Me?
No, the the girl. Sorry.
Oh, thanks, Dee.
Of course you're perfect.
It's because we're not men. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I mean, does a woman
There's no
saying
perfect
something
people.
like does a woman saying something like that not look at the fact that men are looking at her the exact same way? Like she's not the perfect person either.
Right.
It's just not out there.
I could list off like 10 faults, blah, 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 straight up on myself.
I could list myself. Yeah.
I mean, I could do it,
For
snap of
sure.
a finger,
Yeah.
more than 10. Anyway, self-love here, guys. So it's Brie and Connor. She said that Connor's a slow burn. And we see them talking. Both of their parents coached. Connor, he's joking around with her just like he jokes around with Emma. He's like, oh, you want to be a soccer mom? Well, I'll get you a van. I don't even mind driving the van.
Nice.
And then we meet Chris. Even though she's independent, he says he wants to challenge her and push her every day. But this is very broad. It's like, I'll show you things. I'll challenge you to things you haven't tried. And then when we get specific, he's like, I'll book restaurant reservations. And she's like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It sounds like
How is that challenging?
nothing about challenging.
I thought we were going to say something like, I'll take you whitewater rafting or, bungee jumping or
I think
something.
words that are packaged up real nice to impress women. And she's like, oh, restaurant reservations. That's great.
I don't know what these guys are using, but honestly, I think they should just go back to the whole men are from Mars, women are from Venus and read that book. I think
AI
they
will
did much
probably
better.
be able to make your reservations soon enough. You don't need.
I can make my own damn reservation. But thanks.
He does say, you're going to think I'm ugly.
Mm.
So my expectations of Chris's looks, I'm like, is he letting her down easy? Giving her a heads up? I don't know.
He could be doing the opposite just to see if looks matter to her. Like he may be like extremely good looking and all of the girls are always all over him. So he's wanting someone that's about him.
Well, we'll only know if somebody chooses him. But they
Mhm.
might, because she says he has swag. Now, he came up with this whole thing. He asked her what she was wearing. She said an orange jumpsuit. And he said, oh, that's so funny because one of the girls who I knew I wasn't going to hit it off with came and told me that I know who the perfect person for you is. And I said, no, don't tell me. Just tell me what she's wearing. And she said an orange jumpsuit. I feel like that was all made up.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to think that he's going to be seeing anybody in any jumpsuits. So why not just get the person's name instead of saying, oh, what are they wearing? And then asking who you talk to what they're wearing. That's ridiculous. It's silly.
Again, I think he is planning things out. He's got a playbook.
Yeah, that's why I suggested men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Is that
It's
a
much
playbook?
better book. It's a better book. I don't know. It's from like back in the
I don't
90s
know.
or something.
I don't know. Haven't read it, but he should read it.
Try that one. I think it's better than this one. There was a lot of talk about that particular book.
Go on Reddit, get some relationship advice. No, just kidding. So Chris is in the guys' quarters. He's saying he also has a connection with Jess. And I think he says Brianna's at the top
Mhm.
at this point. Because then he goes on a date with Jess. And he says since day 2, Jess has been his number 1.
I thought he was talking about their ages at the beginning. That
Well, he
Jess
was. He said
a little
Brianna's
bit
at the top,
older.
and then Jess is 38. She's 6 years older. So that makes him 32. And what's important to him is personality and emotional intelligence, not age. And then he says
Interesting.
that Brianna is closer to his age. But I think he said she was at the top before he went into this date. Which
I can't
again,
remember.
he's playing by a playbook.
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead.
Completely different conversation with her than what it was
Yeah.
with Brie.
Yeah. You want to talk
We
about
saw we saw that with Steven too. Remember, Steven would talk to 2 different girls and it was like completely different conversations. He seemed more mature in the conversation with Jess, I thought, than the conversation with Brie, and maybe more relaxed.
Brie? I felt like the banter went back and forth more. Jess was doing a lot of the talking here to me. She was saying there's 2 hurdles. You find someone and then see if you can get there. And then she says, you're the only one that I could get there with.
That's really throwing it out there too.
And she was hesitant to say it because she didn't want him to like her because she likes him, which is something we've talked about.
Well, if he said that at the beginning about Brie, then he's definitely playing them both with the things that he said to Jess.
Well, she nailed it because I think he said Brie's on top. Then he's saying
telling her,
Jess
yeah.
has been my number 1 since day 2. He also tells her that Brie is like not a friend. It's not so you say I'm just a friend. He's saying she's like a brother.
Just like a dude to him.
I wasn't picking up on that during their date. This man's a playa.
Yeah. He's going to be one that's telling them all that they're his number 1 right down to the end.
So Jess is 38. She's okay if she never has kids. Chris says he's okay if he never has them. He's open to it. She's open to it. And then he's trying to picture what she looks like, and she doesn't give any hints. So he starts throwing random things out, I think, to get a reaction. He's like, blue hair. I think you're
Mhm.
eccentric. I didn't get that vibe. I think
No.
he's just fishing.
Yeah. He's wanting her to tell him what she looks like. He was trying to get height based on the heels that she wears.
Oh, yeah. She said she wears 6-inch heels, and he said that's diabolical, which, because, if she's 5'7", that will make her 6'1" with 6-inch heels. I'm 5'7". I don't wear 6-inch heels. I put on rollerblades and nearly killed myself.
I'm a flip-flop girl. I'd break my neck in heels.
What this tells me, though, I think he's shorter because he's worried about the heels. I think she's also shorter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 5'7". I have friends that are my height and taller. They don't go around wearing tall heels. My friends that I've always known to wear really big heels are my shorter friends.
Exactly. Yeah. Most of my tall friends just wear flats or a very small heel.
Like 6-inch heels, the only person I can really think of that used to wear those consistently was my friend who was 4'8".
Oh, wow. I can imagine 6 foot or 6-inch heels on someone 4'8". I'm 5'2.5", and I think a 3-inch heel is plenty. That's all I can handle without
I used to
breaking
walk
something.
from my logic class to some other class with her and my other friend who is 6'8". He was a football player. It's like, it looks like you're kidnapping her. But Jess, she said she doesn't have a type. Like, all of the different guys she's dated have been very much different. And then Chris starts to say he likes dark features. And then he kind of backtracks, like, but I've also dated blondes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they even have anything in common, because he's saying they would have never met in the real world. She's like, I'm into pageants and musicals and dancing, which I don't know that she's going to be picking up guys there either.
Mm-mm. No, I mean, she definitely likes like theatrical stuff for
You can have
sure.
your own interest. I
Yeah,
want to take an improv class. I think my friend Jenny wants to take it with me.
yeah, maybe he's more into like sports and stuff. So maybe that's what he was thinking.
I think he's into games. I think
Yeah,
Chris
for
is
sure.
playing them.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Ashley and Alex.
Don't remember this couple at all. Is there something wrong with me?
No, they just showed up on this episode. This is worst day of his life was being drafted and getting a bonus.
Oh, that guy.
We don't know
Oh.
much about Ashley. And they get engaged on this date, and we find out a little bit about her. Let's see. She likes to make people laugh, either accidentally or on purpose. She's a klutz. She wants her kids to be home as much as possible. She's had toxic relationships, and she's afraid to get hurt, but she's willing to take a risk with Alex. And it's not her like going into detail about it. It's basically like, here's some bullet points on Ashley.
We're in love. Let's get married.
Alex says that they bonded over this book called The Alchemist.
I want to say that it's a movie too, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, I know alchemy is turning things into gold,
Mhm.
but he says that in the book, the guy's treasure is 15 feet from him the whole time, but he searches the world for it. And that reminds him of the pod. He's not sitting around the pods thinking about this. He had this plan before he came to the show.
Mm-hmm. That's diabolical.
It feels very much like he is advertising himself
Mm-hmm.
and that this was prep.
Mm-hmm.
Me thinks there's an influencer.
I think it was a little fast, but maybe it's just because I
Well,
haven't
the
heard of
edits, right?
I haven't seen them together until this episode. So
And maybe that's because all he does is talk about his old soccer days, and we would be bored as hell.
yeah, well, maybe it's because in the future they're going to be the couple that's like fighting all the time. So there's like way more to come of them.
I did think it was funny that her dad called her Crashly. I have a cousin named Ashley who she wrecked my bike growing up, going down a hill and crashed it. She also like got pulled into the lake when she was fishing once. I don't know. I just thought it would be a good nickname for her too. Crashly.
I can
It's cute.
totally relate. I am such a klutz.
I don't know. Maybe by the end of this episode, we're going to get to see Crashly and Alex. We don't know much to go off of.
Mm-mm.
So our guest on their looks will be interesting.
Yeah.
So we're not seeing their faces, but I think we've got another love rectangle because we went, I think, from Connor and Jess to Connor and Emma and then Connor and Breezy. We know Connor and Emma have been there since the jump.
Mm-hmm.
And we see a date with them where afterwards Connor's saying his number one at the moment is Emma.
Mm-hmm.
He goes in wearing gray sweatpants. And I really like their banter here. He's like, yeah, that's women's kryptonite. And he says he doesn't understand it. And she's like, you don't need to. You know why, right? You
Yes.
see
I
everything
had you.
in the
Yeah.
gray sweatpants.
That's all we need to talk about.
Apparently, he has an ass tattoo,
I
which
have to say,
Emma needs to see.
I completely did not hear that right. And I kept thinking to myself, what is an ass hat? Why does he have an ass hat? And why does she want to see the ass hat?
Okay, an ass hat is somebody who's shitty.
I figured that, but I couldn't figure it out in the context. And it was me hearing tat wrong because I'm like, okay, why does he have an ass hat? And why does she want to see it?
Oh my gosh. Well, now that you know it's an ass tat, what do you think it's of? I think it's of a macaroni and cheese noodle.
I don't know.
It's Tweety Bird. I think it's something super random.
It's probably something really stupid.
Something he
That-
did when he was drunk.
Something he did when he was drunk. It may be something that once you see it, you're going to get a good laugh out of it. So it may be a phrase or something. I don't know.
Maybe it says mom and it's in a little computer since she's a data analyst.
Yeah, I'm sure mom would really like the fact that she's tattooed on his ass.
I bet he showed her. During this date, Connor is talking about his emotional connection with Emma. He says it wouldn't even matter what she looked like. And he asked her if they would have pretty kids. And she's like, I've told you about my view on this. He's like, yeah, but that would be hard, but I would still love you. And I'm hoping we could get there. And I think you'd make a great mom, but I understand. And she's like, yeah, but we would have good looking kids. Coming out of this date, again, we're not seeing anything. We're not seeing body language. I felt really good about it. And then all of a sudden, in comes Breezy, blown in like a damn tornado. Talk about Breezy. Where the heck did she come from?
I don't know, but I loved the connection he had with Breezy.
Well, he goes in saying, she annoys me.
I think that's good.
He needs someone to annoy him. She calls her dad G-Man.
I thought that was so cool.
I had an ex that called his mom Wendy, which was her name. My cousins call their parents by their first names. Instead of my
Mine
cousins on my mom's side.
Yeah, I only hear mine call me by my name when they're mad at me about something.
Your kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have my parents as their names in my phone. And my mom's like, why am I in there as my name? I'm like, I don't know. Is that your name? Mom last name? Anyway, so G-Man didn't believe Breezy when she told him that she's going on the show. Connor's parents, they didn't know what he was talking about. They binged on Netflix and they're like, hey, they're going to go to your house. They're going to see your garage. And he makes this offhand comment about, okay, well, if I get divorced because my garage is a mess, is his house a wreck? Is that why they're like worried that they're going? Is he a hoarder?
Is he a hoarder or is it a bachelor pad? I don't know. I thought it was funny when he said, they were like, hey, you can't see these people, right? You can't see them when you're talking to.
Oh, crap. No way, Dad. What did I sign up for this time? Connor, this is like the time you signed up for women's pole vaulting. Connor, though, he says he's just a normal guy. He's a hard worker. He was given good values. He says that that's underrated, which I believe him when he says this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's falling natural. I don't feel like he's stopping to think about what he's saying or anything. He's just talking about himself. And
He
his
doesn't
family
seem like a playboy.
with her.
But remember, he just got off this date where he was talking about kids with Emma.
Maybe he's just confused. Maybe he's not a playboy. He's confused.
It kind of goes back to she's showing him interest and he all of a sudden changes direction.
Well, I think she's relaxing, but she still you feel a
She's
wall.
guarded.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
feel that wall with
I
her
do.
when she has these conversations.
I agree. Do you feel though like Breezy kind of made this decision for Connor?
No, I think she was just saying how she felt.
Because she says that Connor is all she thinks about and she has another connection.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brie is Breezy.
Yeah, Breezy was short for Brianna.
And I can't remember who her other connection was. I felt like she was like, okay, Connor, you feel the same way I do. And then you know what we need to do. What are we doing here? We need to just go ahead and call it quit. I felt like she took control of the steering wheel and just said, this is what we're going to do. Breakup time.
It sounded more like a partner in crime kind of conversation to me.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, like if you and your friends are doing something, okay, we need to do this, it didn't sound like it was
See,
a
I think she had him by the collar and she was dragging him along and he's just screaming, "I'm a nerd with a dirty garage," as he pulls her, as she pulls him out.
I don't think it was anything calculated. I think
Just
she
at the end,
just
like, "I'm a nerd." Like, I feel like he's trying to warn her here.
Yeah, I think that she just says it like she thinks it, like it just comes out. I don't think it's anything calculated
I'm like
or
that. I mean, I'd
yeah, I
take
think that
control of
that's just
situations.
she's just, taking someone, having a conversation in confidence or, whatever. And just, she's vivacious. Every time I've
Shit.
heard her, she's very vivacious. It's easy to be a magnet to that kind of a personality.
Well, he's like, "You drive me nuts, but you're my perfect match." So he said she drives him crazy. She says she drives him nuts.
I think it's good that she annoys him. That
To be
shows
fair, I
me.
annoy the shit out of Rob.
Yeah, but the thing is you have to have some kind of feelings for that person for them to be able to annoy you. Otherwise, you would just have no feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Your feeling could be annoyant.
Yeah, but most people just wouldn't give a shit, like, to be annoyed. They
Are
just
you
wouldn't.
annoyed with Colton on the Traitors?
I was always annoyed with that motherfucker.
You have some feelings that you need to
I
process.
do. I had very strong feelings about him on Traitors.
Now we're at the point in the show where we're going to guess what we're going to see on this reveal with Ashley and Alex. We've heard a whole 5 sentences from Ashley. What do you think?
He's the one that said he was a soccer player, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so he's probably going to be maybe a little athletic.
Say 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say soccer players aren't super tall, but my ex was 6'6" and he played soccer. I'm still going to guess this guy is probably 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to have broad shoulders. I think he's going to be muscular, but not broad shouldered.
Yeah. Well, I said athletic, probably athletic. Yeah.
Right.
I have
I
no
feel like
idea what
he's
she's going to look
blonde.
like.
He has a lighter hair color. I don't think he's brunette.
It's going to be interesting.
I'm going to guess she's blonde because we're 2 for 2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess blonde bombshell because this is what we've gotten with Amber and Christine.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're guessing based on visual evidence. But you know what? I only have 5 sentences to go off of. So let's find out. All right. It's crazy. Ashley is a blonde bombshell.
3 for
She actually
3.
she looks a lot like
Christine.
Amber. Yes. Are they
Christine.
triplets? I'd
I
like to
don't
see
know.
them side by side. We haven't seen them side by side. Okay, here is Alex. Okay, we guessed that Alex was shorter because of the heels, right? No, that was somebody else. She didn't have enough time
Athletic.
to
You
talk
said
about
you thought he
heels.
would be about 6 foot, and I said athletic.
He's cute. He's
Mm-hmm.
very cute.
He's got a beard.
He's got scruffy beard.
Her and Christine could be twins.
See, I was thinking, I think they all look alike. All these girls look alike. So he has short hair. He's tall.
Mm-hmm.
She might not be tall, but I think he's taller than 6 feet.
Yeah, I think so too. That was a pretty good stretch for her to put her arms around his neck.
He kind of looks like Ricky Martin.
Yes.
Ashley's saying that she needs a face to put to Alex's voice. We need a voice to put to your face, Ashley.
I know.
This is the most we've seen her talk. He says that focusing on this physical appearance thing.
He said physical standards. That caught me when he said physical
Mm.
standards, which means that tells me that, which he's going to be perfectly happy with her. But if he wasn't, how she looked would be a problem.
He's trying to convince himself that it wouldn't. But remember, he said he liked brunettes and then kind of changed it.
Oh, yeah. He is the one that said that, isn't he?
I don't know. I can't keep them all straight. We're not even watching them. He's trying to convince himself that he'll be okay with however she looks. But then he said, I know her heart, so I know how she looks. What?
Well, maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he meant that she has a beautiful heart, so she's going to be beautiful no matter how she looks. But I seriously
He's trying to
doubt it.
convince himself that
Yeah.
if she doesn't meet his physical standard, he'll somehow find a way to love her.
Mm-hmm.
That ogre. I don't know.
They're going to
I
be
don't
fun
know.
to watch.
I don't know about Alex. I don't know about Ashley. We're just hearing her talk for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
What is this rambling? Dee, are you online looking at professional athletes on Instagram?
No. Listening to him talk, I'm like, this guy is so about looks. So
He
about
says
the
that
looks.
women are looking at professional athletes online and seeing how they treat their women.
Some kind of bullshit about turning 35 and not really looking like they used to and
The
realizing
guys
that-
are tired, and then the
Mhm.
girls turn a certain age, and then they realize it wasn't meant to be. First of all, I don't think women are shopping professional athletes online. Maybe.
I don't know. And he's not a professional athlete anyway.
He's a former professional athlete, soccer player
1 year. I think he said 1 year. Soccer.
in soccer.
Yeah. I know a lot of girls, they go and troll soccer athletes' pages because they treat their women so well.
Yeah, I don't know anybody doing that.
That's me being a smart ass.
I know. That's why he's single.
Uh-huh. But,
Count
not
the reasons, Alex.
to be fair.
Where are the girls trolling your page?
Yeah. To be fair, she sounded pretty conceited about herself too. She has no doubts he's going to be happy with how she looks.
It's true. She
Mhm.
said, if it doesn't work out today, which I doubt it,
Mhm.
which is fine. She's a very pretty girl.
She is.
Very pretty girl. But I don't know. Just
Maybe they're made
not
for
a
each other.
reality I'm aware of where women are trolling professional athletes' pages.
Yeah. I think they might be made for each other. That's all.
So in retrospect, now that Alex has seen Ashley, he realizes building that emotional connection first was more meaningful, and advice to young guys out there, build that emotional connection up.
Process will work. And I was like, yeah, we ain't got to the end of the show yet.
You know who she looks like to me?
Who?
I don't know if I should say this. She looks like the Wayans brothers in White Chicks.
Oh my
I had to pull up a side by side.
gosh, Lauren. That's amazing.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube. I feel like this isn't even the most Wayans I was getting.
Mm-hmm.
This reveal, they're just talking about each other's looks. He's like, oh, your eyes. Oh, your laugh. It's very like surface level stuff.
Yeah, and they can't quit making out.
True. And he says this feels like he's going to celebrate a championship win with his team, and then she's going to show up. Like, shouldn't she be arriving with you for this one?
Well, I think he meant going back to where the guys were.
At least he knows he sounds like an idiot.
That's for sure.
Ashley, she's like, look at my ring. I'm off the market. I'm like, girl, don't pull yourself off the market quite yet. Let's wait and see where this goes. He's good looking.
Mhm.
I don't think he's the best looking. I mean,
don't think
we've
he's
only seen
James
3
Bond.
people, but yeah, she said James Bond.
Yeah, he's not James Bond good looking.
I thought
She's-
Vic was more attractive than him.
Well, I thought Jordan was more attractive than him. I'll go for, I'm a
They're
sucker
all
for them country.
attractive, but
I'm a sucker for the country boys.
he acts like he's the hottest thing anybody's ever seen.
He knows it and she knows it. So it's going to be interesting to see how the two of them interact with each other.
But he's not. Like, he's
He
good
think-
looking,
Yeah, but he thinks he's,
but he thinks
top dog. Yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. I have
he's
a feeling
good looking, but
I have a feeling he's conceited, and I have a feeling she is too, really, based on the things that she was saying. I'm curious if she's the one at the very beginning of the first episode that we heard saying that she's so tired of having guys hit on her because of her looks, and she wants somebody that gets to know her first. I'm
well,
curious
we'll just
if
have
she's.
to figure that out with the relaunch.
Yeah, I'm just curious if she's that one.
I mean, all we've heard is soccer hot, soccer hot,
Championship make out.
soccer
Trophies
hot.
and trophies. Because he was talking about her on his arm, and I was like, oh, like a trophy wife.
He did say that. That was gross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. We just
Mhm.
met them this episode, but we knew this was going to become a dumpster fire. And I feel it warming up in here. Although I
Mhm.
think she has a lot of promise. We don't know anything about her yet, but she's very pretty. And
She
I mean,
is.
she's happy with how he looks. She's got her a handsome guy. They've all got them handsome guys, though. So
Mhm. They've all been very handsome couples.
all these people are pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so far I haven't seen any that I'd kick out of bed.
They don't put woof woofs like me on the show.
Mhm.
Arf.
Me either. They need a bad moms app. We'd be on there.
And we end with Breezy calling it quits with Chris and a cliffhanger for Emma and Connor. Breezy had it breezy. She went in, she's like, I need to have a hard convo. And he jumps in, kind of like Steven, putting the words in her mouth. But instead, he's speaking for himself. He's saying, yes, there's something I need to tell you too. Both of them feel a stronger connection. I don't know if Chris was going to have that conversation. I almost felt at times like he was fishing to see why she felt that way.
Yeah, it's possible. He didn't want, he trying to save face, kind of like a mutual dumping of each other instead of one getting dumped by the other.
I don't know why. Just the way he was saying things made me feel like he was kind of fishing for it because he's like, well, how do you feel? Well, because I feel the same way. But he says Connor's a great guy. And then she guesses that Jessica is the person that he has feelings for. And he's like, yeah, Jess is my girl. And then we go over to Connor and Emma. Before going into the room, she knows that Connor's dating 3 other women. And she's afraid if she waits too long, he's going to pick someone because people are starting to get engaged. So they go into the date and Connor's saying things like, your number one can change at any moment. I've had a strong connection. Really, it's been neck and neck between you and this other person. We've been in a pretty solid spot this whole time. And Emma tells him, my gut is saying that it's you, but you can keep exploring. And as he's talking about the connection, she's not picking up on it, I don't think. Because she says, I think I know where you are. Just say what you want to do. Maybe she does pick up on it. I got the feeling that she was saying, we're in the same spot. Let's
That was
run off
the
together.
impression that I got. Yes. But I don't feel like he is in the same spot.
Well, no, because he already told Breezy he's blown it off with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And she was his number one before she had that conversation with Breezy, before he had that convo with Breezy.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what he does next episode.
Because now he's confessing his feelings. But we still have a love triangle here because Emma still has Nick.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Emma has Nick. Mm-hmm.
There's a Nick?
Mike.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. There's a Nick? There's a Mike. Okay.
You're right. Without having the faces, I feel like maybe it's harder to have the names. But now I'm finding when I see the faces, I'm having trouble remembering the names. This is a really weird experience. I wonder if that happens to them in the pods. If when they see somebody, they start calling them the wrong name because it's not.
It has to. I mean, that's the reason why we were doing this experiment and doing it this way. We wanted to have the same experience as those in the pods. And it's shocking.
Here's the fun part. The next episode is the last one before Mexico, episode 4.
That means I can actually start watching it because you're going to be recording the next episode and probably another episode.
Wait a minute.
With somebody else.
We were waiting until the end of the season so you don't even see the singles.
Oh, come on.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. You can watch.
Okay.
I'm going to remain black.
Then I can give you my perspective on the singles when you should see them. I'll be like,
we'll be watching after the next episode. We'll be watching the episodes because then they all come out of the pods.
Yeah.
So episode 5, we'll be watching the episode.
All right. I'll think about it.
It might be partway through episode 4.
Honestly, I'll probably be too busy to watch any of it until I get back from my trip.
All right, channel surfers. Well, thanks for listening and watching with us. And I will see you tomorrow with Nori and the Traitors. Nori is the guest star, and Nori and I will probably cover some Love is Blind as well. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Let's ride.
Tune